Sorry. First time at the hall. I'm a little overwhelmed.
You're overwhelmed, Freeze was underwhelmed. Why isn't anyone ever just whelmed?
It should be to nobody's surprise, since this was announced last year, that the DCU is developing a Teen Titans film. And I was honestly not planning on making a video about it, because I made a lineup when this film got announced last year on Twitter, and got absolutely cooked. Like, damn, they were ripping me apart. But recently, I was on vacation with my brother, and he asked me if I was gonna make a lineup video for it, and I was like, wait, really? Because bro will also be the main one cooking. But he wanted to know what I thought, or who I thought should be on the lineup, because we grew up watching this show together. Now I have no idea what direction James Gunn and the DCU is going to take, because they have been pleasantly unpredictable since the start. But I wanted to give my input on who I think should be on the team.
So where are you going?
Let's just say that after running this team for a year, I'm peckish for a little action.
Can't have a Titans list without Dick. Everybody loves Dick.
What?
Nah, I didn't mean it like that. I swear. I swear.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But no matter what mantle he's using, whether it's Robin or Nightwing, Dick Grayson is always an essential part of the Titans lineup. The reason I chose Nightwing, however, is because Robin is already going to show up in Brave and the Bold, and Title is going to be held by Damian Wayne. I also think it would be interesting if Dick has been a member of Titans for a while, back when he was Robin, but as his teammates grew up, they left the team to take on new roles, and Dick just stayed in to usher in a whole new group of heroes. Dick Grayson was going to be on this list in one way or another because he is the leader of the group, and you can't have a Teen Titans lineup without his little team. No, not her. Not her. Damn. Damn. Damn.
I am sorry to disappoint you, but I am stronger than I look.
That's the one. Starfire is pretty synonymous with the Titans because, like many others on the list, she became very popular thanks to the cultural success of the 2000s Teen Titans show. Her dynamic with both the Titans and Dick himself, as she gets familiar with Earth and its customs, is so interesting, and I'm excited to see what they do with her in this film. I know she has a show coming up that's going to be animated, but nobody's really certain, at least not us, the general audience, is certain if it's going to be set in the DCU or its own standalone thing like My Adventure with Superman or Teen Titans Go or Harley Quinn or something like that.
Get fixed. We can handle this without you.
I won't let you guys fight alone.
And I won't let you put yourself in danger.
I got it covered. External battery pack.
Teen Titans, go!
I said this last year in my Justice League video when I had him as an honorable mention in my lineup, but I think that he is a far more interesting character when he is paired with the Titans. I just personally think that his dynamic with the younger characters mesh a whole lot better than when he is grouped in with the League as such a young character. I don't necessarily think that he should be a teenage character, but like with Nightwing and Starfire, I think that they all should be around their early 20s.
Mama, I think he likes me.
With Solo's film being confirmed for the most part to be DCU canon and him returning in an animated series for HBO Max, I think he would be the perfect character to include in this lineup. While his film was not commercially successful, largely due to the timing of its release in a dying DCEU and in the midst of an actor strike, the film's critical and cultural reception were so well received that he is being brought back into this new universe. I think having him as a part of this lineup will not only mirror some later iterations of the team, but also draw on some of the general audience, as at that point he would have had 2 projects under his belt, allowing people to grow attached to his character.
I'm not a man. I'm an animal.
Beast Boy is such a fan favorite character, and it would have been a mistake to leave him off the lineup. No shade at Ryan Potter, because I think he's an incredible actor, but his version of Beast Boy was such a horrible take on the character thanks to no fault of his own. I mean, the writers really thought it was a great idea to have the character of Beast Boy primarily only transform into a tiger most of the time. But I think one of the things that made the 2000 series so fantastic was the brotherly dynamic between Beast Boy and Cyborg. I think it would be dope to have the rest of the characters I have on the list to be in the 15 to 17 year old range, and have Beast Boy and Cyborg, have them have like a little younger brother, older brother dynamic.
What you don't stop? You win! I surrender!
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark?
I surrender! No! Raven! Stop!
Raven is a character who is primarily tied to the Titans. For me personally, when I think of these characters, I can think of them apart from the team. But every time I think of Raven, I think of her as a member of the Titans. I mean, her father is literally one of the Titans' greatest villains. And that is not a knock on her at all though, because I think she's a very rich and deep character, and her backstory of being half demon can lead to a lot of interesting storylines.
Sorry, Dad. Wanted to play you like you tried to play me, but I can't let him mess with Superboy's head.
If you've been watching this channel for a while, then you would know that I'm a big fan of Young Justice, and from what I've seen and researched, Artemis does not have a very big presence in the DC universe outside of this show, and I would love for her to make an appearance in this film. It would take a lot of inspiration from her appearance in Young Justice, as this is her most notable appearance, but I think that having her be a second sidekick character in this new lineup would be really interesting. I not only thought it would be better than having Damian on this team and just having another Robin, I think Dick having to lead a team with a kind of successor to the role that his friend used to have would be an interesting dynamic. I want to keep this team as sort of a reflection of the Justice League, so since I had that team be made up of 7 characters, I think this team should be made of 7 characters as well. That means that a fair amount of characters had to be left off this list.
You're about to become a speed bump.
Only one problem with that plan, big guy. You have to catch me first. No. Miss me. Missed again. Nope, I'm over here.
I would have loved to put him on this lineup, but I really want Wally to be the DCU Flash. However, that doesn't mean I wish he was never on the team. I want him to be on the iteration of the team that Dick was on when he was still Robin.
I've been trying not to move the way I used to. Something about the way you move, I could get used to.
These are the other characters I want to round off that lineup of the original team. When they eventually aged out of needing to be on the team, they either picked up new monikers or handled the mantle to someone else, or just went off to do their own thing.
Please, Batman, help me. Gotcha.
That looks fun. Let me try.
I really wanted Static on this team, but James Gunn said that the character is tied up with legal problems, so it's just better to not put him on my lineup since it's the least likely to happen.
I use a scaled down version when I want to sneak out of the house.
She's on my Justice League lineup. That's the only reason why she's not here.
West maneuver?
Oh, yeah.
I know, just like my Justice League lineup, that most of these characters probably won't be on the lineup, but these are the characters I would like to see the most on the big screen. Whoever they choose to be on the team, however, I have my full trust in James Gunn and what he is cooking up with this universe. Thanks again for watching this video. If you wouldn't mind, please like and subscribe to the channel for future uploads. If you liked what I said in this video, then tap into an episode of my podcast, Tendencies, wherever you happen to find podcasts. I'm Jay Reese, and I'll see you next time.